Hey everybody, Tony here. And today for this first episode of, in forever of doing Pokepunks, we're going to be getting into the first episode of the new series of Pokemon called Journeys. Now this first episode, it feels a bit different. I'm assuming that it is going to be a lot different than the rest of the series is going to be. Just trying to find a way to set this thing down. That should be good enough. But yeah, the first episode for the series is different than most. Of course, you have your little intro. Of course, there's going to be something about Ash. There is something about the new character also called Go. And those two, it shows them, in the beginning. Essentially, it starts off before the first episode of Pokemon, the original one. And it starts off with, Go going to the Pokemon camp. And Ash is supposed to go to that one also. But Ash wakes up late. And I'm starting to see a little pattern here because that's the same thing that happened in the first episode where he was supposed to get his Pokemon. So Ash wakes up late, he misses the whole thing, but Go gets there and then he's talking to the professor and, checking stuff out. But at the same time while that's happening, it shows what happens to Pikachu before Pikachu is Pikachu, which starts off as Pichu. So I'm going to see if I can find a little clip, just like a small little section, and then I'll put that right here so that way you can see pretty much what Pichu looks like and, the stuff that he was going through. So Pichu does his stuff basically right out the gate. He's already battling other animals. He gets into a battle with a Koffing and an Ekans, and I guess that's supposed to foreshadow that they're going to be fighting Team Rocket a lot because those are their first Pokemon that they have. So he's fighting those guys. He already battles them, beats them, and all that stuff, and then he runs around, plays, does all of his stuff, and then he falls and gets caught by everybody's favorite parent Pokemon, Kangaskhan. Let me see if I can find a little bit of a Kangaskhan so that I can put that on there and you can get an idea of what Kangaskhan is if for some reason you don't know what Kangaskhan is. So Kangaskhan takes him and, they nurture and all that stuff, puts him inside the pouch. And then as time goes on, the baby Kangaskhan is getting bigger, Pichu is getting bigger, and then you can tell that the Kangaskhan is getting tired because he's walking, carrying them, and, just getting drained. So eventually Pichu just decides that he needs to go and do his own thing, and he evolves and turns into Pikachu and then runs off. But I think it's kind of messed up though because he just kind of stands there at the edge of the cave and waves, knowing that all the other Kangaskhan are asleep, and he's like, "Come on, man, you couldn't go and say, hey, I'm gonna go and do this." I'd hate to see that parent Pokemon waking up and seeing that Pichu's gone and freaking out and like, what happened to him? Where'd he go? But I guess that's just the Pokemon world. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal with that is. But anyway, he runs off and then he does his thing. Then it jumps forward into the point where after he's captured by, I'm assuming, Professor Oak, and put into the Pokeball, and then he's given to Ash, and then just, immediately, right away, zaps him really good. But Ash is still extremely happy to have his first Pokemon, which is Pikachu, which is one that he didn't initially, think was going to happen, because the starters are Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. Anyways, all that stuff happens, and they're gearing up for a crazy adventure, and, the whole thing goes. Actually, I let the thing play and keep on playing while I was doing other stuff because it is on Netflix, and the autoplay is on. So I saw the first episode, and then as I was cooking, cleaning, doing all that stuff, taking care of the kids, the other episodes were playing, and they were watching them. I only saw bits and pieces of it, but it does seem like it is going to be a pretty fun show. It does seem like it's going to be a little bit different, though, than the original. So I guess that's going to be my 2 cents on that for now. I can already hear Rebecca asking where I am because, the second that she doesn't see me, she needs to know exactly where I am. That's going to be the end of this one. I'm going to get on, probably not episode by episode, but, ones that are really striking. And I'm going to try and get some other stuff done as well. So stick around and I'll be here.